So you're stuck with limited options. So once you get them, go ahead and commit and sign. Don't wait thinking, well, I got all these offers. Maybe the Power Four schools are coming. The Power Four or Power Five school already got their top choice. They're not waiting on nothing else. They getting them in the beginning. One of the coaches gave me this key advice.
Welcome back to another episode of Recruiting from the Bleachers, where we celebrate the journey, not just the highlight reel. So today, we have a very special conversation that hits close to home with me because this story starts right here in South Carolina. I am honored to be joined today by Miss Kellee Greene, who is a mother, a motivator, and a steady presence behind one of the most inspiring young athletes to come out of South Carolina in recent years. She's the mom of New Orleans Saints defensive back Quincy Riley. And if you know anything about high school sports here in South Carolina, then you know Quincy's name. At AC Flora, he wasn't just a football standout. He was a two-sport athlete who brought energy, leadership, and competitiveness to both the football field, and the basketball court. My daughter, Jordan, had the opportunity and the pleasure of walking the same halls with Quincy. So I had the opportunity to see him play firsthand on the football field as well as in basketball. Phenomenal person and athlete. But we all know it takes more than just a student standing there to make a great student athlete. It takes parents as well. So Quincy's story didn't stop at AC Flora. He took his talents to Middle Tennessee State, where he quickly proved he belonged on a bigger stage. After making noise there, he made a bold and strategic move, transferring to the University of Louisville. And that decision paid off, because at Louisville, Quincy sharpened his game, elevated his profile, and positioned himself as one of the most dynamic defensive backs in college football. I had the opportunity to watch that program while Quincy was in the secondary, and it was one of the top secondaries in the country. He did a phenomenal job. And now, after years of hard work, sacrifice, and faith, Quincy has completed his first year in the NFL, and we celebrate him for that with the New Orleans Saints. As you can see, his mother has his jersey on. So that's a journey that doesn't happen by accident. It has commitment, support, and a village that believes in you. So today we are here to hear the story behind the story from the person who saw him every step of the way up close, Miss Kellee Greene. Thank you for joining us, and we're excited to learn about your experience and share your wisdom with parents. So welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Quincy's success is your success too. So we want to thank you and welcome you to Recruiting from the Bleachers. Before we get started, I want to tell everyone to hit the like button, subscribe, and share this content with someone that could use this encouragement and words of wisdom. And so we're going to jump right in. And I want to ask a question of you, Kellee. And this is kind of the basics of raising a student athlete. When did you first notice that Quincy had something special, not just talent, but that extra spark or drive to play sports?
Well, Quincy being the third child out of the four children he has two twin brothers that are 2 years older than him. So basically, Quincy never really played on his age level. He was always in competition with the older ones. So that kind of helped him not be afraid and dominate against people his age. All my boys started off playing baseball by the time they were 4 years old. My father coached them in baseball, and my daddy always said, Kellee, Quincy is going to be the one who makes it. He
Wow.
said everything that he touches, he excels at it. Football, baseball, basketball, track. He also ran track in high school also. He's a three-sport athlete. Um, he was 8 years old. He made it to the Junior Olympics the first 3 years that he ran, and, everything that he has ever done, he always competes and he excels at it.
Wow.
Um, Baseball was his first love. He did so well in baseball. You said they started from school. We knew Jordan ever since Coffin Road when they played basketball there.
Right. Right.
So, you know,
Rec league ball.
yeah. But my dad and basically everybody always told me, Kelly, Quincy is the given. He's gonna be the one who makes it and excels, get to that next level. Not saying the other ones couldn't, but he just stuck out. Everybody told me that.
What were those early years like when you had to balance all the sports with all of your sons? How did you help Quincy in particular manage school and training and life in general?
If you don't get your work done, you don't go to practice. You don't get your work done, you don't play on Saturday. So
Right.
I didn't have that problem with any of my children, not wanting to do their work because they knew that if they didn't do the work, it wasn't gonna happen.
Did your children play a lot of AAU
Yes,
basketball, football?
AAU
How did
basketball
you manage
and
all of that?
AAU baseball,
Okay.
and then
Which
with
which
track with Quincy. Quincy was the only one who did track.
so you were running from sport to sport every single year.
Yeah, my daughter is the total opposite of me. She's the only one who didn't play sports. It kind of worked itself out. If I wasn't able to go with the twins, I had Matt and Quincy. If I wouldn't go with them, then I was with the twins
So you're with somebody all the time.
all the time. If you didn't see me there 9 times out of 10, you would know that I was sick
Right. So you
because
were a
I
mother.
suffered from seizures when they were younger.
Oh, really? So you were a mother that was heavily involved with your children's athletics and academics. So how did you direct them mentally?
Well, as they got older, coming, then when you get in middle school, you got your good and your bad days, but when they got to middle school on the middle school teams, you have to keep a certain grade point average to be able to be eligible.
Right.
So that kind of, that showed them, hey, if you don't do it, then you're not going to play anyway. And
Right.
then having my father, like I said, I was a single mother, but having my father there to, stay on them,
Mhm.
it takes a village.
Right. How did you select what AAU basketball or football teams they were going to play on that?
Well, they started out, like I said, baseball. When my daddy signed them up for football, they were like, "Mom, can we play football?" I was like, "Yeah, you can play football." So Coffin Road Patriots, that's where it started. um,
Remember them well.
Signed them up there. We stayed there a couple of years up until each child got, to the seventh grade. Then they played middle school.
Okay.
So Quincy was 8 when he started. He was in the third grade, and the twins were in the fifth grade, starting football.
Okay. Okay.
And they played basketball at Kaufman Road, and the coaches for them, you know, they had AAU teams. Coach Nelson started with Quincy and Matt for AAU,
Right.
and then Corey and Cameron they started AAU with Hammond, so that's how they started off.
Right. And
I
we
didn't
had
really pick
coach
a team.
Yeah, and we had Coach Nelson on here a couple of episodes ago, so
Oh wow.
people can go back and watch his interview as well. Some great tips and information that he provided in regards to how he coached and how he coached his son,
Oh yeah.
who's playing a little bit overseas as well. So
Yeah,
that's
with
great.
would you be interested in let me train him for track? And I was like, Quincy, you want to run track? And he's like, yeah, because he had to smoke the kid. So he was like, yeah, I run track. And that's where it started from.
Wow. That we all know that every athlete hits some type of adversity. What was one of Quincy's toughest moments in high school or early college? And how did you help him push through that particular challenge?
Not getting recruited.
Mm,
He didn't start getting offers until the summer of his senior year. He saw other people getting offers from other, his other friends or whatever from other schools getting offers. And he was like, wow, he just was basically going to give up football. After the junior year, he ran track and got back and said he ran track. And then he said, Mom, I'm playing football. I was like, okay. So he went to the Citadel. He won the fastest got kid award there. And they offered
The,
him
the,
on the spot.
the Citadel.
Yes, a football camp. And they offered him on the spot. Then
Wow.
the next, maybe right after that, Charleston Southern, then Southern Illinois. And that kind of boosts his confidence. He
Wow.
saw the offers going into the summer, the summer, then the season started. Once the season started, his first game, first play, he took the kickoff back to first play.
Wow.
And from there, it went up. He started getting maybe 2, 3 offers per week. And the powerful it was the Power 5 then, but the Power 4 schools started showing interest in him. But like I tell kids, let's go from the recruiting part of that. He graduated signing period of 2018. He graduated 2019. And we went on these visits and everything. And, the ones that were showing interest, you would go to the games. And then if they like you, he was like, one of the coaches gave me this key advice. Even if you don't sign with us, do not wait till February,
Mm.
because it's just like a car salesman. Or, they already got their top line, who they already want. If they don't sign, they're going to go to the next set of people. If
Right.
you wait till February and the ones who gave you those offers and you didn't sign in December, they're going to overlook you. They're going to the next people because they
Right.
figured you didn't want it. So if you wait from December to February, if you wait to February and then you try to say, oh, well, I'm going to sign with them, they can already take that offer back.
Right.
So you're stuck with limited options. So once you get them, go ahead and commit and sign. Don't wait thinking, hey, well, I got all these offers. Maybe the Power 4 schools are coming.
Mm.
The Power 4 school, Power 4 or Power 5 schools already got their top choices.
Right.
They're not waiting on nothing else.
Right.
They getting them in the beginning.
How
So
many offers did Quincy end up with?
Quincy had over 27 offers.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That is great.
Then after track, when he won the state his senior year for the 100 and 200, Clemson came and offered him a track scholarship, but they didn't know Quincy had already signed to Middle Tennessee State in December. And the coach was like, Dabo didn't offer him?
Wow.
And we was like, we were waiting. He didn't offer. He was like, man, I can't believe this. There's no way he didn't offer. I was like, no, yeah.
That wraps up another episode of Recruiting from the Bleachers. I'm your host, Michael Strange, and I appreciate you tuning in. Be sure to join us next week for another insightful conversation. Stay connected with us on Instagram, Spotify, and YouTube at Recruiting from the Bleachers. Like, share, and follow to keep up with the latest updates. And don't hesitate to leave your comments and questions. We'd love to hear from you. For a deeper dive into the basketball recruiting process, check out our book, Basketball Recruiting: A Parent's Perspective, available now on Amazon.com. Parents, remember, from the bleachers to the big leagues to the boardroom, let's keep cheering and steering our student athletes towards success. We'll see you next time.